Hey guys, just going for a walk. Got this from Countdown. So I tried again, but this time around, I got to sleep at 6:30. But I got to sleep at 6:30, but I didn't have a 6-hour sleep. I woke up and it was like somewhere between 3 and 4 o'clock. It was about 3:30. I had about a 6:30, 8.5 hour sleep, 9 hours sleep. So I have to get moving, Work still got me on stand down, but I'm not just sitting around. I've been searching up options, but why the hell would you take an option if you're just going to get paid the same amount, right? Point is, but I know, I've been searching up ADHD and cybersecurity because I thought, because I'm taking all things into account, because the ADHD needs a whole lot of novelty and a whole lot of spur of the moment. This is where I've learnt certain things for myself, because the autism of me loves structure. That's why I make sure that everything I'm interested in has structure. That's why when I go for walks, whatever part of the region I'm in, I have the same 1 or 2 walking tracks I go to satisfy my autistic. But I'll just do side quests, like, okay, I'm going to go here and go there and go here and go there, because I won't write that down, and I'll make sure that it's like the stuff I say is like, read a chapter of the Apocrypha, apply for 5 jobs, go to the gym, and to satisfy my autism, I always pick between the same 3 meats, and sometimes I only get 2, but it's the same 3. But the thing is there's variation in the way they make it and stuff. So chicken, sausages, and pork. So, but then you have apples, apples and oranges, right? And then you got the potatoes, onions, and bread, rice. There's all of these things, right? And then there's those other things that are like, well, those are the main ones. If I got all of those and I get to time to go grocery shopping, basically it's like, have I got more than 3 sources, or at least 3 sources? Because if I do and I have all that other stuff, there's no point going to the grocery store this week. And that happens once every couple of months. But then I'll just, get more of those. This one's got 1 gram carbohydrates, 1 gram of fat. Less than 1 gram carbohydrates, fat, sugar. Sodium is supposed to be salt. Well, sodium's in salt, but they don't put salt on here, so because the public knows about salt. Well, most people know, but there's the pressure from, I suppose it's the pressure from corporations for them to take it away. So I just go, well, I know sodium's in salt, so how much sodium's there? And yes, this one was more pricey than the other one. Other one's the other day, because $1, but this time around was like $2.50. So, that's my saying thank you for letting me use your car parking slot. Imagine just rocking up. I mean, I used to do it when I was in survival mode, but that's because you're in survival mode, right? just park up somewhere and just go for a walk. You're not in survival mode, and I used to think I was living paycheck to paycheck, but the thing is if you're living paycheck to paycheck, how come you had an average of $200 savings each week? So you'll get to the end of the month and there's $800 there, and then you're going, I've been living paycheck to paycheck, but you got $800 saved in your bank account from every month. So I thought I was, but I wasn't. But when I was literally living paycheck to paycheck when I came here, which I chose to because of my at the time I wanted the emotional, spiritual, and psychological healing to continue, because all these people just stabbed me in the back when I went no contact with my parents because they thought it was, I don't know. I had people telling me that that now I was going through the hardest time of my life. This was people in real life. Actually, no, I wasn't. And I knew I had to get out of there in order to prosper. Just cruising around. They closed. It's strange for a bar, eh?
I know.
Yeah. I'm just... Here in Lower Hutt is very empty for nightlife, as you can see. Very similar to Hastings, but it's like here in the Wellington region, obviously if you go to Wellington City, this thing would be packed out. Oh, I might go there now. Nah, because people think that just as where dangerous things happen, but I'm like, doesn't dangerous things happen by people? So if it's like packed out, then they got to find somewhere so it's not for the public eye to see. But there's been a number of times when I was walking around Wellington and they're like, these people are, so block your ears if you don't like swearing, and that's if your kids are listening. But just to emphasize, these people had, again, when you're in your survival mode, whatever, and when you're thriving heavily, that's the two times when you cannot literally hide anything that makes you who you are. And your true tactics come out, because I saw this guy who was real down and out and stuff, and he was begging on the street, and then this other guy I knew him because I bumped him a few times at the train station when I was doing security there, and then I walked up to town in Wellington one night just because I wanted to go clubbing, because it would have been the first time in years, but I was just like, I'm just going to go sober, and I used to sober drive as well, but I was just going to walk. I lasted an hour just walking to different bars and stuff, and then went home. Anyway, there was another time when I was with someone else walking around, and these people started yelling at me okay, I'll just say F instead of the word, because I'm not angry. So, where the F are you going? You effing cunt. And there's there's different types of bad, those who commit fraud and put people in those places and other things, But then there's those types of things, they're the most obvious ones, but I'm just walking. Yeah, I just knew I had to come here if I wanted a chance to prosper, because your reputation is everything, and unfortunately people might find out the truth, or people might know the truth, but of peer pressure, peer pressure that causes them to go along with a false narrative that evil people have created, you know what I'm saying?